Hello Smashers and welcome to another video. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. My name is Jansen Smith and you have found a channel that is dedicated to the very best tips, tricks and tutorials for anything to do with Amazon FBA. Now in this video, this week, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use JungleScout or Helium 10 or AMZScout, whichever provider that you want to use for product research. I'm going to teach you exactly how you need to go about using it. I run the Amazon FBA Smashers group on Facebook, and pretty much every day people post screenshots of their search results with JungleScout or whoever, and more often than not they don't really know the sorts of things that they're meant to be looking for when determining whether the product they found is actually a good product to start selling with Amazon FBA. Now, before you even get into doing your product research, there's one thing that you need to make sure you've done. You need to make sure that you've had a good think about how much you want to earn when doing Amazon FBA on a monthly basis. This is so important, and it really surprises me how many people just don't do this, because you need to know how much you want to earn on a monthly basis in order to be able to work out whether a product that you found with JungleScout on Amazon is actually worth doing. So I'm going to show you exactly why that is important right now with a worked example. So let's say that you sit down to yourself and you say, I want to earn £3,000 profit per month, just as a basic example. Now, there's 30 days in a month, so that means with your product, when you launch it on Amazon FBA, you need to be earning £100 profit for each day in the month in order to get to £3,000 profit for the entire month. So, in general, with Amazon FBA, we should always be targeting products that have a profit margin of at least 30%. The reason that we target that is because if we go any lower than that, then by the time we've factored in unexpected charges from Amazon and refunds and advertising, we're not going to be left with a great deal. So as a bare minimum, we want to be targeting products that have a 30% profit margin. So let's say that we are going to assume the profit margin is 30%. Now, if we're looking to make £100 profit per day with a 30% profit margin, that means that we need to be making £330 revenue every single day. So we need to be making £330 worth of sales each day. Now, the next thing that we need to make an assumption about is the sales price. Now, in my opinion, the best products to sell on Amazon are those with a sales price of at least £15. If you start to go any lower, then that's when the profit margins start to become quite slim, and you run the risk of not really making a worthwhile amount of profit. So as a minimum, I would say try and target a product that's got like £13, a £13 sales price. In this example, we're going to assume £15. So we can do a bit more maths here. We know that we need to make at least £330 worth of sales each day to make our £3,000 profit target. So therefore, if our sales price is £15, then that means in order to get to £330 worth of revenue each day, we need to be selling 22 units each day. And that equates to, if you assume that there's 30 days in a month, 660 sales a month. Now, with that information at hand, our product research is going to become so much easier because we know exactly how many units of a certain product we need to sell in order to reach our £3,000 profit per month target. So I'm now going to teach you exactly how to use your product research toolbar, whether it be JungleScout, Helium 10 or whoever. I'm going to teach you how to use it and how to use this information to make your product research so much easier. So in this example, the product that I'm going to be talking about is a USB powered backpack, and this is a product that I came across a couple of months ago and I thought that would make quite a good product to sell actually. So if you've not come across one of these these before. It's essentially a backpack with a battery and USB port in it. So it means if you're out and about, you can charge your phone or any other USB powered device without having to actually find a mains port. So this is a product that I thought would make a good example to show you guys how to use your Jungle Scout toolbar. Now, the first thing you want to do whenever you come across a product that you think is worth selling is type it into Amazon using the best keyword possible. Now, in this example, I've used USB backpack. If you were researching this product as an example, you don't want to be typing in something that is really broad, so like backpack or something. The reason being that we want to make sure that these results that we have here are as relevant to the product that we're looking to sell as possible. So I've typed in USB backpack. Now, the first thing that you want to do is have a quick scan down at all of the listings and make sure that all of the listings are relevant to the product that you are looking to sell. So we can see here, we're scrolling down and all of these look like they are indeed USB backpacks with charging ports. Keep scanning. You want to basically just scan the entire front page. So you can see here this one, oh no it does, sorry, I thought it didn't have USB. This one here doesn't though, school laptop backpack. So this one doesn't have a USB port or a charger, so it's not that relevant to our product. It is a backpack, but it's not a USB charging one. So what you want to do is go through the entire first page and write down the brand name and the price point of the listings that aren't relevant to your product. So, and I'm going to show you why in a second. Then what you need to do is load up your product research tool. So in this example, I'm using Jungle Scout. We'll just move it up here. And then the first thing that you need to do is remove all of the listings that you've just written down for products that aren't actually related to the product that you're looking to sell. And the reason that we want to do that is that we want to get a good understanding of how well our product is selling on Amazon. Not a product that's kind of related or not related at all. We want to see the sales of our product to understand whether it's actually going to be worthwhile to sell. So for example, just on there, I remember we had one that was £9.99 and it was just a normal backpack. So let's just have a scan down to see if we can see it, and it's here. So all you need to do is move your mouse over to the little cross on the left and just press it so it removes. And you need to do that for all of the listings on the front page that aren't relevant to your listing at all. Now, if you find that there's tons of products on this page that aren't relevant to your product, you've probably not used the right keyword. So have another go, try and think of a keyword or search term that is more relevant to your product, and you'll probably have a bit more luck. The next thing that you want to do after you've done that is remove any listings that are pay-per-click sponsored listings. Now, in my plugin, that happens automatically, but sometimes it won't. So in order to identify the sponsored pay-per-click listings, you literally just look on your search results and you can see here where it says sponsored and sponsored. Those are the ones that are pay-per-click. Typically, you'll have a couple at the top and then you'll have some more halfway down here, and then you'll have some at the bottom. Now, the reason that we want to remove those is because they are paying to be at the top of the search results, so the sales that they're getting aren't actually reflective of the sales that you could expect to get if you were organically on page one. So it works the exact same as I've just showed you. You load up your Jungle Scout, so you remove any irrelevant results and then remove any pay-per-click results. Now, as soon as you've done that, this is when the real product research analysis can begin. So the first thing that I would do is just have a quick scan down the revenue column. Now, you can immediately tell if a product is worth doing or not if there are, in my opinion, at least 5 listings that have revenue that exceeds your monthly profit target. So our monthly profit target here was £3,000. So we can see this one is making £32,000 worth of revenue a month. So obviously that seller there is making more than £3,000 profit per month. However, this one here, look at this seller, they're doing £1,200 revenue. So there's absolutely no way they're making £3,000 worth of profit every month. So what I generally do when I'm helping students or when I'm just doing product research myself, I immediately look in the revenue column and I make sure that at least 5 sellers have got revenues that exceed my profit target. Typically, I'll look for like twice as much. So here, let's say my profit target is £3,000. I would be looking for at least 5 sellers, so 5 sellers that have revenues of more than £6,000. And we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, there's more than 5. So then once I've done that, I would just have a quick look at the price column and make sure that the price is more than £15. If it's like £13, £14, then that's fine. But if you start getting to like quite a low amount, so I think when I scroll down here, where is it? It's $10.99. If they were all $10.99, I would probably be thinking, is it really going to be worthwhile? Sure, they might have a good amount of revenue on a monthly basis, but at £10, £11, after like refunds and other charges and things, it's probably likely that your profit margins are going to be quite low. So I would make sure that the price is healthy. And here again, we can see that pretty much everybody has got a price of above £15. Now, the next thing that you'll need to do is look down the monthly and daily sales columns. And this is where the exercise that we did at the beginning of the video comes in really handy. So you'll remember from that exercise, we said that we want to make £3,000 profit each month, and with a £15 sales price and a 30% profit margin, that would mean that we need to be making at least 22 sales each day. Now, for this product, the average sales price is, I'd say, ignoring that, it looks to me at the top end, it's more around £20. So you'd need to redo that calculation. Do the exact same calculation that I did at the beginning of the video, but plug in the price of the product that you found, and that will then tell you how many sales you need to make. So I'm just guessing here from the maths, because we're selling at £20 instead of 15, the average daily sales that we probably need to make is likely to be instead probably around the 15 or 16 mark. So immediately from that, we know we're looking for sales of at least 15, and we can have a quick look down and we can see, yeah, that one's making more than 15. So is that one, so is that one, so is that one, so is that one. There's more than 5 sellers doing more than 15 sales, so it is looking good. So that is exactly how I target those columns. You need to make sure that you've done that calculation at the beginning of the video in order to be able to see if the product that you found achieves your profit target goal. Then the last thing that I look at is the number of revenues. Now, a lot of people out there say, don't go into a product niche if the other sellers have got more than 50 reviews, it's not worth it. In my opinion, that is completely unfounded and it's not true. Both of my products that I've launched, I launched into niches where other sellers had above 100 reviews, 200 reviews. There's even one in my niche that's got more than 600 reviews, and I'm doing just fine. So the thing that I would say is have a look at the reviews. If every single one of them has got over, say, 500, then yes, tread a little carefully and make sure that if you are going to do this product, that you're offering something different, so you're differentiating or you're providing something very different that the customer can't get. But in my opinion, if the sellers like these ones have got reviews just like in the 50s and then you've got a couple in the 200s, that's absolutely fine. It's just something to be wary of. I'd say reviews are not something that should put you off entirely. And if anything, it's a great way at enabling you to think of ways to be able to differentiate, because you can see here, this seller has got 809 reviews and a 4.5 star rating. Now you can think to yourself, why have they not got a 5-star rating? Look at their reviews, look at their 1-star reviews and see what customers are unhappy about, and then see if you can take those things and improve it for your product, and that will enable you to differentiate and absolutely blow away the competition. Now, provided that you've completed all of those steps that we've just run through together, you should now have a good understanding as to whether the product that you've found will enable you to reach your monthly profit target. Now, if the answer is yes, then great. you can now move on to the next stage of product research, which is where you need to start verifying whether the monthly and daily sales are indeed there, and where you need to actually start contacting and sourcing suppliers to actually work out what the profit margins are. And as soon as you've got all that information, you can repeat this exercise to really understand exactly how much profit you're going to be making on a monthly basis. So that's exactly how you do product research using a AMZScout or Helium 10 Chrome extension. I promise you, although it does seem quite long-winded when you run through it the first time, the more you do it, the better you'll get at quickly spotting whether a product is worth pursuing or not. I've just done it so many times now that I can basically look at a AMZScout screenshot, and within about 20 seconds I know whether it's a product that I'd want to do or not. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you don't have AMZScout, I do have a $20 discount link in the description below. And if you've got any questions or just would like to post a comment, feel free to do so in the comment section below. I'll see you for the next video.